What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Kaspa yet again. We're going to be going over some different stuff than we went over yesterday. I'm going to try to keep this video short, but I want to go over why I don't think that it's all over, why I do think the price is going to go higher. Yesterday I made a video talking about it going to 26.5 to 30 or 26 to 33.5 cents. If you want to look at the technicals behind that, go ahead and watch that video. It is my most recent video of Kaspa besides this one. But shout out to the Kaspanauts, by the way, who are floating in space right now, nearing all-time highs yet again. The euphoria is real. But I want to go over a couple ideas right now. I know I got a lot of comments. I didn't go over this in my video yesterday, and maybe I should have, but we're going to go over it today because a lot of you brought it up in the comments about the Binance listing for Kasp. I want to clear the air a little bit because I think there's a misconception with this thing right now. Let's go over this. Perpetual futures contracts are one type of contract of crypto derivative that traders can use. Like traditional futures contracts, perpetual futures also allow traders to speculate on the price of an underlying asset, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, without having to directly own the cryptocurrency itself. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Binance listed Kaspa on the perpetual, right? If we go to it right here, perpetual contract, right? This is just the premium index, whatever, perpetual contract. They did not actually list the coin for you to buy. They listed it for you to speculate on its price, right? I would bet that you can't send your Kaspas off the exchange. They haven't listed the coin physically or ethereally onto the exchange, meaning you're just able to speculate on the price, meaning they are probably still accumulating Kaspa or they're not ready to sell it to you yet. Generally speaking, when a big exchange like Binance lists a coin, you see the top immediately. You see the top immediately, and that's why a lot of you, I think, are skeptical of it going up any higher. And you have the right to be. But the thing is, I think you might be confused as to what a perpetual contract actually is. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you can buy the coin. I don't think you can, though. I'm pretty sure that it's just betting on the price. You can do like up to a 50x leverage on Kaspa. If we go to Pepe, I'll come back to Kaspa in a second, but Pepe, everybody remembers Pepe. You go to the Binance chart, looking at it on the daily, the day that Binance listed it was the top, right? This is where that misconstruation comes from, where the top or the day of the listing is a bad thing, because this is a tale as old as time itself, man. It happens with any big exchange. It happens. The reason why is because if we go, I'm going to go back to Kaspa in a second, but just hear me out. I'm using this as an example. Let's go to Poloniex, right? The reason why Pepe pumped all this way up is because the biggest exchange in the world for crypto was buying it so that they could have enough in their reserves to sell it to their clients when they listed it. Well, coincidentally enough, the day they listed it was the top, not just on Poloniex, but on the Binance chart itself as well. Now, going back to Kaspa, you can check that yourself. I'm not going to go over it too much more, but I know that that's exactly how it was. Now, that's why a lot of people are scared that this could be the top for Kaspa. There's other reasons too. I was talking about this bearish divergence here in the RSI. I want to say this part right here. RSI going up, you had divergence all the way up until you didn't. And then when you didn't, that's when the RSI shit the bed. You had RSI here, divergence going up, but then you didn't, and that's when it shit the bed. Same thing here. You've got a very similar circumstance right now. You have exposure on the biggest exchange in crypto with traders or wannabe traders, and I'm not saying wannabe traders as in like a negative connotation. I mean, there are a lot of people in crypto who are new to trading and they want to be traders. That's all I mean by that. I'm not trying to add some negative connotation. The only negative connotation is inexperienced, right? Where you might think that this is bearish divergence, but the thing is as long as you're getting green days on Kaspa, this is not bearish divergence. And in fact, we have topped off before without bearish divergence. You do not need, this is a common misconception of new traders that, I used to make this mistake too, you do not need bearish divergence to signal a top. It is classic, it's nice to see, it does suggest a top, but as long as the price keeps going up, you don't have confirmed bearish divergence yet. It's presenting itself, but it's not printed, it's not official. As long as you get green days, it's not official. I want to go to the Binance chart right now so that I can wrap this up, okay? So Binance tethers perpetual contract right here. if we look at this thing, since it's been listed on Binance, where we are now, how much, if you were to like take a box, can I do a box? Date and range price? No, I don't know if I want that. Maybe here. Yeah. We do a box for this thing. How much of it is below the current price? Damn near all of it. How many people who think they know stuff about trading, who might not have experience, who might be excited because if we go back to the all-time, I'm not going to go back to the all-time history actually because I want to wrap this video up, but a lot of people might not have known about Kaspa in the beginning, but now everybody knows about it. It's on like the biggest exchange. If you don't know about Kaspa, you have your head in a hole in the ground that's inside a cave somewhere, right? Like it's on everybody's radar. And when do you buy something? Well, you don't buy it at the all-time highs, right? Which we're at right now. When do you short something? Well, ideally at the all-time highs. Ideally on a big exchange listing. We've seen this happen over and over again, but the thing is it's different. This is the perpetual contracts listing. It's not the physical coin itself or the non, it's physical but non-physical. Most of the price action since the listing is below where we're at now. Any person who had the bright idea to short this asset, where is my brush? There it is. To short this asset below where we are now, you guys are all underwater. And I would bet some of you are liquidated already. Maybe some of you went short over here and you took your profits. Good job. Maybe some of you knew what you were doing or got lucky, whatever. Who knows? I'm not trying to judge anybody, but anybody who's still holding a short, since like any of these prices over here, you're underwater right now. You're underwater unless you bought these absolute like tops right here for what we've got right now. For the time being, you're underwater. Let's say that there are some non-degenerates trading this thing, okay, that are not using 50x leverage, but maybe you're using a 5x leverage. 5x is still kind of high. I know that sounds crazy. A lot of you are like, that's not high. We could do 100x. No, but 100x is ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous unless you're using small amounts of money, doing very short time frames. But if you're holding this for more than a day, which I know a lot of you probably are, which isn't the way to, by the way, just a little side note, a good rule of thumb for trading, don't hold leverage trades for more than a day. If you are not confident enough in a trade to close it within a day, don't open one. Don't open one. That is a good. I know people who make money holding their trades open for more days, but most people that get wrecked, they're the ones that hold trades open for multiple days. And if it hasn't happened yet, you'll see what I'm talking about. It hasn't happened yet, probably because you're either new or you're one of those very few people who land a solid price to go long on or something like that. Like anybody who's going long, sure, you can hold it for multiple days, but I'm getting off topic here, man. What I'm trying to talk about is leverage trading should be for a short amount of time. That's just my personal perspective. Use that as like a personal rule. Not financial advice, but that will help you. It helped me. I think that would help a lot of people. But let's say that you're not a degenerate and you did a 5x leverage, okay? Well, a 5x leverage would mean that if it went up 20%, that you are now out of your position. You're liquidated, right? Let's say you're not a total degenerate. You don't let your position get liquidated, but you have some kind of like reasonable tolerance, which would be like anywhere from a 5% loss to a 20% loss. 20% isn't ideal at all, but with a small amount of money, I guess you can take the hit, right? So being that this was the most volume right here on this candle, at the closing point here, let's just take it from the closing point. If we were to go to the current price right now, you're only down about 5%. Okay, some people that might be enough to trigger their stop losses. But it already went up past that, right? So we actually went all the way up to nearly 4%, which would have been about like 3.8%. It'd be about an 18% deficit. So probably the non-degenerate traders have closed their positions out of these shorts, right? Maybe they've opened up a new short here, whatever. As the price moves up, they're going to have to close it again. Maybe there are some of you, and again, the reason why I'm taking it from this price is because this was the candle with the most volume for what we have right now. Maybe there are some of you who are true degens, no offense, I used to do this too, but you're going to let your position go until it gets liquidated. You're like, screw it, I'm in it to win it, let's go. It's definitely going down. I don't care if I'm in the red by however much percent right now. It's definitely going to go down. Let it go up a little bit more even. I could be in the red by 50%. I don't care. I'll let it go until I crash and burn. Well, for you to crash and burn, it would be a 20% price increase, right? 20% being right there, essentially, right at 17 cents, okay? All this thing needs to do, we're sitting at about 14.4 cents right now. All this thing needs to do to liquidate the people who bought here, let alone all the people that, or I say bought, they bought shorts, who went short here, to liquidate the people that shorted here or anywhere below. Basically, everybody who's gone short so far that is still holding a short, all we need to do to clear them all out would be go to 17 cents. For most people who are down here, you're probably already cleared out. But maybe with these like new highs or whatever, you're like, oh, I'm getting another chance. Look, this kind of looks like a double top. I'm going to go short. I'm so smart. You know, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm not trying to step on anyone's feelings. But what I am trying to say is this is not the time to go short, you guys. It really is not the time to go short. I don't think it's necessarily the time to go long either. I do think that the price is going to continue to go up, but it's never smart to go long at all-time highs. It's never short to go low at all-time lows. You know, or it's never short. It's never smart to go short at all-time lows. I don't know what I just said, but that's what I meant to say. And I really do think the price is going to smash through. I think what we're going to see to end this video is a short squeeze, because for the very small amount of time that you've been able to trade this on the biggest exchange in the world for crypto, most short positions, if not all of them, are underwater right now. Unless you opened a short right here on this top or this top, which is probably a very small amount of people who are either lucky or who are professionals. Most people are probably underwater with their shorts right now. And if you still have a short position open, if you want to let it ride or die, I promise you, I can't promise you, I can't guarantee anything, but I've seen this enough times that you probably will get a squeeze, and you will ride or die, man. You literally will, all the way up until your shorts get squeezed. Short squeezes are some of the most bullish events in all of charts, man. Like literally the most bullish events. And then they're awesome because people, they'll get squeezed out. Maybe they use a little bit of money. Maybe they use a quarter of their position, like half of their portfolio, whatever. Like true degenerates would use everything they got in a short, but you know, hopefully most of you are only using a small bit. But what happens when you get liquidated? You might add to your short up here, and then it just continues to go. It fuels the fire. And I really think that's why we're going to see this thing go all the way up to prices above 20 cents in a very, very, very short amount of time. Again, this is not the listing of Kas on Binance. It's the listing of, it's the availability of the speculation of the price, being able to trade it with leverage on the biggest exchange in the world. There's a difference. You can't actually take the coins off itself. Binance still doesn't gain to make anything by dumping the price on you. If anything, if most people are going short, which I bet they are, man, I bet they are. If most people are going short, they stand most if the price of Kaspa goes up. And they haven't listed it yet, so I bet they're still accumulating it, man. But that's all I got, guys. That's all I got. I hope it made sense. I hope I didn't ramble too long. Again, none of this is financial advice, but that's what I got for you. I do think that the price is going to go up dramatically higher soon. If we look at this real quick, again, on this like actual chart here, on the 1 hour, you've been grinding this top. Higher lows, grinding this top. What's this remind me of? Let's go on the daily here. Wouldn't you know it? Higher lows, grinding this top, and we had a pop, a nice pop. This is on the 1 hour, so it might be a little bit of a smaller move, but you know, something up to 17 cents in the 20 cent area, even up higher, is totally possible, man, depending on how crazy we get with our leverage trading. The 1 hour RSI looks really good. 4 hour RSI looks very strong. The price action looks like it wants to go there, man. This does not look like a top. This looked like a top. This looked like more of a top, and look what it did. It still went higher, man. Like, I'm just, you know, forewarning. That's all. Forewarning all the bears. It's not the time to be bearish yet, okay? And that's all I got to say. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribes are appreciated always. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.